creating a mock-up for our slab vessel, which is functional. Now, we've already spent time in class experimenting with construction paper, scissors, and tape, and you pretty much came up with the vessel that you want to make or the two that you want to submit for approval. So now what I want to do is just do a quick walkthrough of how to attach those to save you some effort. Notice I am prepping some tape. I'm ripping off small pieces. I'm putting them on slab stick. That would be kind of like the end of your desk. We're prepping just small pieces of tape to go along with the idea that we're not allowed to use large amounts of tape since we do have to take these apart to use as patterns. Another one of the rules is that there can be no overlap. So in my vessel, there is a tube kind of structure, and so what I need to do is bring two sides together without overlapping. I only have two hands, and so what I've done is I've taken tape and made it so they kind of hung over the edge. That way, when I bring the two sides together without overlap, I can just press down and now I've got it joined together. Now on this one, I also have to create a base. Most times people have to create some sort of foot on their piece. And again, I only have two hands and I'm not going to bother my neighbor. And I could take all day long trying to get my paper to hold the shape I want. So I don't try to create a line. Instead, I create dot to dots around it, just gently holding it. Also, my base is a circle, so that's a symmetrical piece. I only have to do half. So I only created like dots around a half of it. I have folded my paper in half and I'm cutting it out, and when I open it up, I am going to get a pretty decent circle. Now, is it perfectly aligned with my cylinder? No, but it is daggone close, and it's close enough. All right, so now I do need to attach this as well. Again, one of our rules is not too much tape. So I've only put 3 pieces on. I usually like to put one right where the two have met, gives it a little extra support there. And then the other two, a little tricky, but still not too tricky. I am going to put my hand inside the vessel to give it a little bit of support there, and then just bring up the tape on the outside, all right? And so I only had 3 pieces. I'm going to do that on all 3 sides. Now, mine is a mug, coffee mug, tea mug, and it has a pouch and a handle. So the next thing I'm going to work on is a handle. I wasn't sure, so I cut 2 different widths, and they're both longer than what I need. So right now I need to spend time to kind of figure out how big do I want this to be. It's called ergonomically correct. When I'm designing something that's meant to be functioning, and in this case I want to put my hand in and be able to comfortably hold the mug, I want to make sure that it actually will fit nicely in there. So I'm going to prep some more tape to give myself a chance to do some testing before I kind of decide exactly where and exactly how large. So I'm kind of just testing, and I'm going to realize I don't think I need it as long as I thought I had before. I'm going to cut a little bit more, grab another piece of tape, and test it out. I feel pretty good. I feel like my hand will fit in there with a little extra space, and it will feel comfortable and strong enough to support it. Now mine also has a pocket in it, so I'm going to add a pocket. Initially I'd cut it as a rectangle, knowing that I would want to do a little rounding, and again, this is a symmetrical shape. I just want a little curve, more like the view of a pocket that usually has a rounded edge, so I just folded it so that I could get both sides to be the same. I also want it to have a curve, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a pre-curve just by wrapping it around a pencil. So if you want to give anything a curve, pencil or anything else that you can kind of drag it on that has a curved shape. All right, so I feel now I've got the shape I want. It's got a little bit of a curve. Again, I don't need many pieces of tape, and I'm going to attach it in just, again, about 3 spots. I don't like to over attach, so I've done the sides, and I'm going to do one at the bottom. My thought with this is that it could be where I put a spoon, or it could be where I put a tea bag, whether it's a new tea bag or a used tea bag. And now I feel pretty good. However, I'm not quite done. Don't forget, when you're done, you need to take it on over and take some photographs. We are keeping track of the process. So I took it to our photographing station. I used rulers and I took photos. You might even want to take a little video since it is 3-dimensional. The more you have, the better off you are when documenting your process. When I'm done and approved, make sure you get approval from me, you may take it apart. You're going to need to take it apart. It has to be cut. Everything should be nice and neat and cut and even, because these are your patterns. Basically what we did was you created a vessel, and it wasn't just do I kind of like it. You created a vessel, and all the pieces need to be nice and crisp and straight because you're going to lay them down on slabs trace around them, and use them to cut out all the sides and then join those sides together. Notice that what I'm doing now is I am making sure that each side has my name on it and a little description, just in case I would lose some on the floor. You will need these at the end because I will be matching up your templates with your final vessel. Good luck, and as always, enjoy the process.